Namaste Bitia, myself Javian Neha Seni from Physiotherapy and Diagnostics. Here I am going to tell you about the cell structure. So discovery of cell, it was done by the Robert Hooke in 1665. He observed a thin slice of cork, that is dead plant cells, with a microscope. He described what he observed as little boxes, that is cells. Then Anton von Leeuwenhoek in 1675 was the first person to observe the living cells. Then, with the help of microscope, magnification of these cells occurs. Magnification refers to the microscope's power to increase an object's apparent size. Resolution refers to the microscope's power to show detailed clarity. Then cell theory was propounded. It was done by the Matthias Schleiden. He concluded that all the plants are composed of cells. Then Theodor Schwann, he concluded that all the animals are composed of cells. Then Rudolf Virchow, they determined that cells come from other cells. Now, what is a cell theory? All living things are composed of one or more cells, and cells are organisms' basic unit of structure and function. Cells come from existing cells. Cells shows diversity in shape, size, and internal organization. So, in the case of cells size diversity, there is smallest cells of bacteria, which is only 2 to 10 micrometer. Longest cell is the cell of giraffe nerve cell, and the biggest cell is the ostrich egg, which is 6 inches long, 5 inches wide, and 3 pounds of weight. Then cell diversity in shape. Cell differed widely in shape. Most cells are roughly cuboidal or spherical. Cell diversity in internal organization includes the nucleus, which contains DNA, which directs the activity of the cell. Organelles, these are cell component that perform specific functions in the cell. Eukaryotes, the cells that contain a nucleus and membrane-bound organelles. Prokaryotes, they are the cells that lack nuclei and membrane-bound organelles. So eukaryotes versus prokaryotes, that is, the eukaryotes are the animals, plants, fungi, protists, and the prokaryotes are the bacteria. They differ greatly in structure. So this is the cell of a prokaryotic organism, that is a bacteria. So these are the differences of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. For example, in case of nucleus, in case of prokaryotes, the nucleus is not present, that is, it is nucleoid. No nucleus is found, only nucleoid is found, which is the just the pre-stage of the developed nucleus. So this is known as nucleoid, unorganized nucleus. In case of eukaryotes, nucleus, well developed nucleus is found. Then membrane bound organelles, these are absent in case of prokaryotes, which is found in eukaryotes. Then size of the prokaryotes is from 1 to 10 micrometer, while in case of the size of eukaryotes is 10 to 50 micrometer. And ribosomes are present in both, and DNA, it is circular in case of prokaryotes, and it is found in the form of chromosomes in the nucleus of the eukaryotes. Example of prokaryotic cell is the bacteria. An example of eukaryotic cell is plants, animals, fungi, and protists. So this is the structure of prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Now the parts of a cell, each living cell carries out the task of taking food, transforming food into energy, getting rid of waste, and reproducing. Most eukaryotic cells have three main components like cell membrane, cytoskeleton, and nucleus. So the structure and the functions of the following organelles will be discussed now. Cell membrane. It is made up of phospholipid bilayer with proteins that function as channels, markers, and receptors. Also contain cholesterol, which provide rigidity. The function of cell membrane is selectively permeable boundary between the cell and the external environment. Then the nucleus. The structure of the nucleus is spherical that contains another sphere known as nucleolus. The function of this is storage center of cell's DNA. It manages the cell's function. Then we have cell wall in case of plant cell, which is the rigid wall made up of cellulose, proteins, and carbohydrates. Function of this is boundary around the plant cell outside the cell membrane that provides structure and support. Then this is the cytoplasm. The structure is gelatin-like fluid that lies inside the cell membrane. Function is contains salts, minerals, organic molecules, surrounds the organelles. Then this is the cytoskeleton, the structure of a network of thin fibrous elements made up of microtubules, that is hollow tubes, and microfilaments, that is thread-like threads made up of actin. The function is they act as a support system for organelles and maintains the cell shape. Then ribosomes. These are the structures which contains the two subunits made of protein and RNA. The function is location of protein synthesis. So these are the sites of protein synthesis. Then we have endoplasmic reticulum. The structure, it is a system of membranous tubules and sacs like structure, and the function is intercellular highway, that is a path along which molecules move from one cell to the another. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, smooth and other is rough. First is the rough endoplasmic reticulum is prominent in cells that make large amount of protein that to be exported from cell or inserted into the cell membrane. It is covered with ribosomes. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum is involved in synthesis of lipids and breakdown of toxic substances. It is not covered with ribosome, that is why it is known as smooth. Then we have Golgi apparatus. The structure is stacked flat sacs and function is receives proteins from rough endoplasmic reticulum and distributes them to other organelles or out of the cell, that is receiving, processing, packaging, and shipping. Then we have mitochondria. It is the energy powerhouse of cell, and the structure is folded membrane with the outer membrane. The folds of the inner membrane are known as cristae. In the diagram we can see the cristae, the folds of inner membrane, and the function is convert the energy stored in food into usable energy for work, that is for cellular respiration. Then we have lysosomes. The structure is spherical organelles that contain hydrolytic enzyme within the single membrane. The function is breaks down the food particles invading the objects or worn out cell. Then the peroxisomes. The structure is spherical organelles that contain enzymes within the single membranes. Function is to degrade the hydrogen peroxide, a toxic compound that can be produced during metabolism. Then we have cilia and flagella in some cells. The structure is hair-like organelles that extend from the surface of cells. When they are present in large numbers on cell, they are known as cilia. When they are present in less numerous or longer, and they are known as flagella. Both organelles are composed of 9 pair of microtubules arranged around a central pair. Function is cell motility. For example, here we have used a diagram to show the motility of the cilia and the flagella. Then the centrioles. These are composed of 9 sets of triplet microtubules arranged in a ring. They exist in pairs, and the function is centrioles play a major role in the cell divisions. Then we have vacuoles. The structure is a sac of fluid surrounded by a membrane. These are very large in plants, and the function is used for temporary storage of waste, nutrients, and water. Then in plant cells we have plastids. These are of 3 types: chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast. Chloroplast, these are discussed on next slide. Chromoplast, these are synthesize and store the pigments. Leucoplast, they store food such as starches, proteins, and lipids. So this is the chloroplast. The structure is stacked sacs, thylakoids, that contain chlorophyll surrounded by a double membrane. Function is photosynthesis, that is conversion of light energy into chemical energy which is stored in the form of glucose. So this is the secretory pathway of the Golgi complex. Here we can see the Golgi complex is secreting, and it is discharged up to the surface of the cell membrane. Then the plant cells versus animal cells. The animal cells are very similar to the plant cell, except some differences are there. The animal cells do not contain chloroplast, and the animal cells are not surrounded by the cell wall. The vacuoles in the plants are much larger than those of the animals. So this is the animal cell. Here we can see the flagellum, all the cell organelles along with the nucleus, which is well developed with well developed nucleolus. Then this is the plant cell. Here we can see the cell wall outside the cell membrane and a large vacuole, which is the characteristic feature of a plant cell. Then the questions related to this topic includes the structure of animal cell. So in this you have to draw the structure of the animal cell and also discuss all the cell organelles of an animal cell. Then second question is differences between eukaryotic and prokaryotic cells. So in this you can use the table which we have discussed earlier in the previous slides, which have demarcated all the differences between the prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells. Then for exercise for your file, you have to draw this diagram in your files and label all the marked structure. Then the second work for your file is this well-labeled diagram of the sperm cell and the ova. So draw these two diagrams also. These are also the cells. So this completes your topic, the anatomy of the cell structure. Thank you.